Most people lose not because of inadequacy, but because they cannot manage their emotions. To understand this, recall a recent argument. Imagine the completely justified person suddenly losing composure despite thinking logically. At that moment, their voice rises, their hands move uncontrollably, sentences get jumbled, and suddenly no one believes them. The core of facing someone lies here. It's not about being right or measuring intelligence, it's about control. Can you remain calm while storms rage inside you? Can you keep your thoughts clear while your heart pounds? Can you still express yourself when your energy is ready to explode? If you can do these things, you don't just win the argument, you also gain respect, trust, and long-lasting power. Machiavelli understood a truth most people hadn't realized: real power belongs not to the loudest voice in the room, but to the one who remains calm while everyone else panics. He spent his life observing leaders, politicians, and rulers, watching empires rise and fall, recording mistakes and successes, and discovering a harsh truth: if you cannot control yourself, you cannot control anything. Today, I will show you how to stand firm in various confrontations, how your body can betray you quickly, how people can understand you without speaking, and how to turn tension to your advantage. But before we begin, say this out loud with me: I am unshakable. It's not enough to say it, feel it, believe it, and express it sincerely, because the power of this phrase surpasses any argument you could make in a debate. Let's examine this step by step. During arguments and confrontations, people usually focus on stance and demeanor, not excuses. Most people think the way to win an argument is through words and logic. Therefore, they memorize defenses, list arguments, and rehearse. Yet the truth is, in stressful moments, people observe body language more than words. How calm is your voice? Do you maintain eye contact? Is your breathing steady? Every movement, glance, and posture sends messages that others instantly understand. Machiavelli was not wrong: people are guided as much by appearance as by reality. Appearance matters alongside truth. Imagine two people in an argument. One has all the facts but a trembling voice, avoids eye contact, and fidgets. The other may not be entirely right but speaks slowly and calmly, maintains eye contact, and stands firm. Who wins? The calm person always prevails. Calmness instills confidence. When people see someone composed, they perceive them as in control. Nervousness is seen as weakness and unreliability. You may be right or logical, but if you cannot express it, you lose. Preparation is not just about what to say but also about knowing how to appear and carry yourself. When challenged, the first response should not be defense, but remaining calm. A calm tone gives people confidence. No one gives time to a panicking person. You can observe this in job interviews. When faced with an unexpected tough question, you have two options: panic, speak hastily, stumble over words, and fill the silence with meaningless noise. Your voice rises, focus is lost, and the opportunity is missed. Or pause, take a deep breath, establish eye contact, and say, "That's a great question, may I think about it for a moment?" Then respond thoughtfully. Which one gets you hired? The latter. And this applies beyond interviews, during arguments with a partner, speaking with a boss, or tense family moments. Calmness matters beyond words, it matters more than logic. If you remain calm, people continue to trust you and you control the environment. Peace creates confidence, tension creates doubt. Calmness in an argument brings clarity and composure. Saying, "Stay calm," is easy, but doing it while your heart races is hard. People read body language. Trembling hands, wandering eyes, and fast speech never prompt someone to say, "Okay, stay calm." Your body reflects your internal state. Most people notice this within 3 seconds. Shaking hands signal tension, restless eyes indicate insecurity, a hurried voice shows panic, crossed arms suggest defensiveness. Even small movements attract attention. Machiavelli knew this. people believe what they see. Therefore, control your body first. The mind follows the body, not the other way around. In stressful situations, calming your mind through thought alone is difficult. Your nervous system is on high alert. If you keep your body composed, your mind perceives no danger. To achieve this, regulate your breathing, posture, and voice. When your breathing accelerates, your brain is triggered to panic. Breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and breathe from your diaphragm. A few rounds are enough, your heart slows, and your mind returns. Your posture should be steady and balanced, not arrogant. If standing, plant your feet; if sitting, sit upright, control your hands, and avoid unnecessary movements. Slow your speech, lower your tone, and do not fear silence. Silence is power, it unsettles people and forces them to speak. When calm, you disrupt the balance of the other person. Seeing a serene person in front of someone shouting makes them question themselves, putting you in a higher position. When facing criticism, emotional distance creates clarity. Criticism or condescension can ignite something inside you. You may want to defend yourself, but clear thinking is impossible at that moment. The ego interferes, plans become confused. Distance is not indifference, it is keeping your emotions under control. As Machiavelli said, the wise man acts as he must, not as he feels. When criticized in a meeting, you can either become defensive or pause and say, "That's a good point. Can we explore it further?" In that instant, the atmosphere shifts, and you win. Distance protects you from words you may regret. A short pause defines real power. Choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively puts the strength in your hands. Calmness is not just defensive, it's a tool and a strategy. When used correctly, you can turn the energy around you in your favor. Imagine everyone shouting, noise everywhere, and you remain unshaken. You speak slowly, your breath steady, body relaxed yet upright. At that moment, you attract attention, you become the center. People listen without realizing it. Silence but resolve is immense power. Have you ever experienced this? When everyone is hyperactive, have you remained calm? If yes, how did it change people's behavior around you? Calmness makes others question themselves. Someone shouting sees you unflustered and thinks, "Why isn't this person angry? How can they be so composed?" Instantly, the authority to direct energy passes to you. Machiavelli understood, power comes not from aggression but from presence and composure. Imagine during an argument, meeting, or family crisis, everyone panics while you stay calm. Naturally, others gravitate toward you. This is not just effectiveness, it expands your influence. A personal example, you're presenting at work, someone criticizes you. Your heart races, but unconsciously, you breathe deeply, hands on the table, eyes fixed on the person. You take criticism as information, ask, "Can you elaborate? I want to understand your concern better." Suddenly, the atmosphere shifts, others fall silent, the critic feels compelled to explain, and you assert leadership through composure. In this scenario, would you respond hastily in anger or act strategically with calm? Here's another key point: consistency. One instance of calmness does not guarantee the same result every time. People may see it as luck. But if you remain consistently composed, they understand who you are. Your reputation and power emerge from this consistency. Consider someone you know who is sometimes calm, sometimes aggressive. Can you trust them? Likely not. But if they were always composed, you would trust them, value their thoughts, and respect them. Daily practice is crucial. Notice triggers: someone cuts you off in traffic, a colleague criticizes you, or a partner argues. Each time, pause, take a deep breath, and choose calmness. Small moments build the foundation for big changes. Experiencing this shows that your serenity affects others' behavior. Calmness also builds long-term respect and authority. One-time calmness is a positive start but insufficient. Regular composure makes people perceive you as predictable, reliable, and in control. Imagine in traffic someone cuts you off. Do you react instantly, or do you pause and remain calm? Trying it demonstrates the difference. Emotional distance is key. Criticism or provocation can ignite anger. Your first reflex might be defense, but pausing, taking a deep breath, stepping back, and evaluating strategically gives you control over the environment. Have you ever regretted a reaction driven by emotion? Share your experience. We learn from each other. Calmness is not just protection, it is opportunity. In arguments, criticism, or crises, your composure affects the environment. People naturally orient toward you because they are lost in chaos. Your calmness stabilizes them and positions you as a leader. Imagine a family argument where everyone is shouting, and you stay serene. What changes? Your child looks at you, your partner listens, others follow your lead. This applies to all areas of life. Daily practice of calmness is essential. Even small moments, like traffic or minor disputes, reinforce your influence. Calmness draws people, sets the tone, and builds lasting respect. It is energy management, a vital leadership tool. Staying calm is not just about surviving tense moments, it's about actively shaping the environment around you. When you maintain your composure, you are sending a silent message that you are in control, and that subtly shifts the balance of power in your favor. Think about it. When someone else loses their cool, their energy becomes chaotic, unpredictable, and exhausting. By contrast, your steady presence becomes an anchor. People unconsciously gravitate toward you, not just because they respect your calm, but because they seek stability. They might not even realize why they're looking at you differently, but they feel it. And that is influence. That is quiet authority. This is not about being domineering, it's about being aware of how much of your presence shapes the reactions of others. Have you ever noticed how people react when you just pause before responding? That little pause is powerful. It forces the other person to reconsider their approach, to rethink their aggression, or to clarify their argument. Pausing creates a subtle tension, yes, but it's a tension that you control. By resisting the urge to react immediately, you allow the situation to unfold under your observation. You gain insight, you notice subtleties that others miss, and you choose your response rather than being trapped by instinct. That is a skill few master, but once you do, it becomes second nature. Another key aspect is listening. True calm isn't passive. It's active, observant, and strategic. When you are calm, you can listen with clarity, not just to the words but to the intention behind them. You notice tone, hesitation, body language, and patterns. People reveal more when they think they're being heard, and your calm encourages that. That information, subtle as it may seem, gives you a significant advantage. You can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, guiding conversations and negotiations with precision. How often do you stop and truly listen during a heated moment? It's worth reflecting on, because the act of listening itself is disarming. Maintaining calm also gives you room for creativity. When panic or anger takes over, cognitive functions narrow, focusing only on immediate threats or impulses. Calmness, however, widens your perspective. It allows for problem-solving and innovative thinking in moments when others are trapped in reaction. Imagine a crisis at work or a sudden conflict at home. Everyone else is lost in the chaos, but you notice connections, solutions, and opportunities that were invisible before. Your calm becomes your edge, and it is precisely in these moments that leaders distinguish themselves from the rest. It's also important to understand that your calm can inspire others. People mimic the energy they see. If you radiate composure, others are more likely to mirror that behavior. Tensions decrease, conflicts resolve faster, and collective focus improves. Think of it as emotional gravity. Your stability pulls others toward the center, creating harmony in what could otherwise be chaos. And here's the subtle power move: the more consistently you practice this, the more your calm becomes expected, and your authority unquestioned. People begin to rely on your steadiness. They start to orient themselves around it, not in an obvious way, but through subtle cues and behavior adjustments. But calmness is not about suppressing emotions, it's about managing them intelligently. You do not ignore anger, frustration, or anxiety, you acknowledge them internally, but you choose how and when to express them. This mastery over self-expression is incredibly rare and deeply influential. It communicates to others that you are a person of integrity, someone who does not act impulsively, and someone who deserves both attention and trust. Your internal discipline becomes external power, and this is far more potent than raising your voice or reacting aggressively. Let's bring this closer to your daily life. Have you tried walking into a room where everyone is upset and feeling the difference when you remain calm? Maybe at school, work, or even among friends, there's a dispute or tension. While everyone else reacts emotionally, your composure makes you the reference point. People unconsciously seek guidance, reassurance, and alignment from you. That doesn't mean taking over or dominating, it means being present, listening, and responding thoughtfully. That subtle influence is far more enduring than any loud argument or temporary victory. Another aspect worth exploring is resilience. Calmness strengthens resilience. When life throws unexpected challenges at you, it is your calmness that allows you to process, adapt, and continue forward without collapsing under pressure. This is why leaders and high performers invest in learning how to regulate themselves emotionally. They understand that their reactions shape not only their own outcomes but also those of everyone around them. Resilience and calmness are intertwined, one supports the other, creating a feedback loop that amplifies effectiveness in every sphere of life. Here's a practical exercise to embed this into your daily routine. Identify one high-pressure situation you might face each day. It could be an argument, a difficult assignment, a family disagreement, or even a stressful commute. Before reacting, take a deep, measured breath, observe your own state, and make a conscious decision to respond, not react. Afterward, reflect on how it felt and what changed around you. Over time, this builds an instinctive calmness that others notice subconsciously, and it enhances your sense of personal control. Finally, consider the long-term effects. Calmness over time builds reputation, influence, and trustworthiness. People notice consistency, and consistency breeds confidence. Your calmness becomes a signature quality, something that defines you and distinguishes you from others. You become known as someone reliable, thoughtful, and strategically aware. This is the kind of presence that doesn't require loud declarations or dramatic gestures. It is subtle, enduring, and incredibly powerful. So I leave you with this challenge: over the next week, deliberately practice calmness in small, everyday situations. Notice the reactions of others. Journal your feelings, your observations, and any differences you see. Engage with this process actively. And share your insights, because learning from real experiences and comparing perspectives magnifies growth. Ask yourself, in which moments can I choose calm over chaos? How does my calm change the dynamics of the room? By answering these questions and practicing consistently, you don't just navigate life more effectively, you influence, inspire, and lead without ever needing to shout. The beauty of calmness is that it doesn't rely on authority, power, or position. It transcends circumstance. It is the silent force that guides, steadies, and transforms any environment. And once you embrace it, you begin to notice subtle shifts: people listen more, conflicts resolve faster, and opportunities that once seemed hidden become visible. Calmness is not a technique, it is a lifestyle. A lifestyle that builds influence, trust, and mastery over both self and circumstance. And the most remarkable part? It all starts with a single conscious breath, a moment of presence, and the decision to remain steady while the world spins around you.